My name is Maria Nelda Grisafi. I consider myself Mexican American because I feel the roots are still in my culture is still, I'm still Mexican, but yet I'm Americanized.
Did historical events affect your family in any way? For instance, the civil rights.
Well, I was very curious and because like another thing, my parents were not educated in either language. So when I went to Pan Am, there was the rumor, that there was this man going to come to campus. His name was Cesar Chavez at the time, and I was just real curious about the whole idea because they said this man was making a difference in education and so I was real curious about it. So not that I was full-fledged, but it was the movement there was Raza Unida. So we went to I can't remember exactly, it was Countdown, I don't know, it was 72 Countdown. It was a political thing. So we went, a group of us, and we were kind of ignorant in a sense, but curious at the same time. And this was a movement that really, I think, changed my perspective because about bilingual education, that I thought it was really to teach them English. I didn't really understand the whole concept, and it was just like a stepping stone to understand the whole, what was going to come about. I wanted a better life for myself because I come from a poor background in field workers, and my father, it was he worked in the fields and he was agriculture, but yet it was a hard, working out in the sun and picking cotton in those days and all that. And I didn't want to live like that. I wanted to work inside. But I think the fact that I knew my basic language is orally Spanish at the beginning, oral language. My Spanish was first. But I was educated in a sink or swim atmosphere in education because I had either, at the time I didn't know what the signs said, but it would say you need to speak English at home, in the school, in the playground. And once I got it, I felt something happened to me once I learned the English. I didn't want to talk in Spanish because I thought it was bad. I didn't want my parents to come to school because they were Mexicans, and I didn't have anybody to identify with. So I had a very low self-concept about my own being, the fact that I was Mexican, I was poor, I didn't know English. My mom did not dress the way that Donna Reed in television showed. And it was like, I guess I was embarrassed. I didn't want to, I wanted the color of my skin, just a lot of things. And then I did learn the English, and I thought that was the way to go because they were meeting. I don't think they meant any harm, but they did harm my self-concept, in the way I felt about myself and my parents, and that it was okay. If somebody had just told me, it's okay to be Mexican, it's okay to learn English now, but it's not that your Spanish is bad. If somebody had said that, maybe that would have helped me. Just the attitude towards it is different.
What are some of your childhood memories? I know you mentioned being in school and the way people make you feel, but do you have any other childhood memories that you would like to share? regarding your culture, regarding how you grew up in school?
I think the way I grew up gave me the drive that I didn't want kids to go through the same thing I did. That's why I was going to get educated, and I was going to be able to. My kids that I had as a teacher, I didn't know how I was going to get an education further because my parents did not have any money. I just knew I was going to do it. How I was going to do it, I didn't know. But I was going to go to school. I mean, that was like, in a way, it was a good thing that I was in a sink or swim atmosphere because I was going to go beyond. I was going to go to school and I was going to get myself educated and I was going to help a child not to go through the things that I went through.
And I congratulate you because I see that you're doing that already.